Have you ever noticed how heavy a single memory can feel? Not just a fleeting thought, but a memory that clings to you like a shadow. It could be something someone said years ago, a mistake you made, or even a loss that reshaped you. We carry these pieces of the past as if holding on tightly to them will somehow fix what has already happened. But here's the paradox. The more we cling, the less free we become. The past is over, yet it still holds us prisoner until we learn the art of letting go. In today's fast-moving world, we're constantly bombarded with the idea of more success, more possessions, more control. But rarely are we told about the quiet power of release. And that's why this conversation matters, because letting go isn't about weakness, nor is it about forgetting. It's about creating space for who you are becoming. And in this space of reflection, of truly listening to ourselves, lies the freedom we all long for. So let's reflect together. There are 3 core ideas that can help us understand and practice the power of letting go. The first is this: holding on doesn't protect us, it weighs us down. Think of it like carrying a backpack filled with rocks. Each rock is a past mistake, a betrayal, or a regret. You may not notice it at first, but over time, the load becomes unbearable. You get tired, you slow down, and you start believing that life itself is heavy. Yet the truth is, life isn't heavy. It's the stories and burdens we refuse to set down. Here's a question to reflect on. What's one rock from your past that you're still carrying, even though it's no longer serving you? Sit with that for a moment. The very act of naming it is the first step toward release. The second idea is that letting go is not the same as giving up. Many people avoid letting go because they believe it means they've failed or that their struggle didn't matter. But think of a tree in autumn. The tree doesn't drop its leaves because it's weak. It lets go because it knows that releasing what no longer serves it creates space for renewal in spring. In the same way, letting go of resentment, control, or an old identity doesn't erase your story, it honors your growth. It says, that chapter mattered, but it's not the whole book. And here's something to reflect on. If you stopped holding on so tightly to what you think you should be, who might you actually become? The third idea is that letting go creates room for presence, and presence is where life truly happens. Imagine driving while constantly staring in the rearview mirror. You wouldn't see the road ahead, and sooner or later, you'd crash. That's exactly what happens when we're trapped in the past. We miss the simple joys unfolding right now. The laughter of a friend, the warmth of sunlight on our skin, the opportunity to begin again. Sometimes the bravest act isn't pushing forward harder, but pausing, breathing, and being here fully. Letting go is what makes that possible. I'll share a story. A wise teacher once asked his students to hold a glass of water at arm's length. At first, it seemed easy, but after a few minutes, their arms began to ache. After an hour, the pain was unbearable. Then the teacher said, "The water is not the problem. It's your decision to hold on that creates the suffering." That's the essence of our lives, too. What if the pain we feel isn't just from the past itself, but from our refusal to put it down? And here's a touch of humor sneaks in. Think about that old text message you still reread, even though you know it only frustrates you. Isn't it funny how we torture ourselves by replaying old conversations that the other person has probably already forgotten? We keep drinking the poison and wondering why we don't feel well. The beauty of letting go is that it doesn't erase what happened. It transforms our relationship to it. It gives us the ability to say, that was part of my journey, but it no longer defines me. This is not about erasing memories or pretending things didn't hurt. It's about choosing not to let those memories shape who you are today. So let me ask you, what would your life look like if you finally put the glass down? If you no longer carried the weight of what's behind you, how much lighter would your next step feel? At the end of the day, letting go is an act of self-compassion. It's telling yourself, I deserve to live free. I deserve to move forward. And that's a message worth remembering. What you release, releases you.
As we close, I'll leave you with this thought. Holding on keeps you stuck, but letting go sets you free. Join our growing community of reflective minds, where we explore these questions together, not to find perfect answers, but to deepen our journey. And I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments one thing you're ready to let go of today. Who knows, your reflection might inspire someone else to set down their own burden. Remember, the past is a place to learn from, not a place to live in. The future awaits, but it only begins when you free yourself here and now.